Episode opens up with a full minute of showtime, forcing two snakes into this non-consensual French kiss.
Day-o, it's a day-o.
Beetlejuice sings the song featured in the most memorable scene from the Beetlejuice movie, even though Beetlejuice had nothing to do with that scene.
I have to buy something for her. You see, I met Lydia 1 year ago tomorrow, and well, she says it's
our anniversary.
So Lydia's gone from potential victim to his BFF. I see we're not keeping continuity with the movie at all. What are you, a Marvel series from the 2010s?
Me say day, me say day, me say day, oh.
Show refuses to leave Harry Belafonte out of this mess. We still have the Maitland's house with this dangerous porch that the Dietz family decided to add on, but we will at no point see the Maitlands, who, believe it or not, had more screen time than Beetlejuice in the movie.
What happened to my skeleton curtains?
Now, Lydia, every day can't be Halloween.
Assuming skeletons are about Halloween and not National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
The chumlees will be here at 6.
Let me get this out of the way.
The chumlees are here!
The Sap Festival with the Chumlees, and the Chumlees want me to babysit.
4 times! 4 times! And I never get to see the grotesque abominations known as the Chumlees.
My turn to redecorate.
Hold up, Lydia just bemoaned the loss of her skeleton curtains, but when she removes the yellow ones to reveal the originals underneath, there are no skeletons to be seen. Did her mother replace the skeleton curtains with red ones and then decide to throw yellow curtains over them at the last second? No one has time for your window treatmentceptions, Christopher.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
What part of summoning the ghost with the most requires this transformation into Spider-Gwen?
so come on, kid, get on the ball.
Creating objects out of thin air to force your terrible puns. And yes, the sin here is my jealousy.
Have you seen a doctor about this problem of yours?
As the exact nature of the problem is never explained, I'm forced to assume erectile dysfunction.
I'm fit as a fiddle.
No, you're as fit as a double bass, or possibly an inflamed cello.
Babysit.
$2 an hour. See ya.
The federal minimum wage in 1989 was a generous $3.35. The Chumlees are taking Lydia to the cleaners. Also, you summoned Beetlejuice when you knew that you'd have to leave right after he arrived? Isn't he supposed to be the asshole?
Take good care of little Gooey, and you better not slip up, Beetlejuice.
There's absolutely nothing about his reputation that would make someone believe that Beetlejuice wouldn't slip up. This is just choosing willful ignorance over good parenting.
I'm gonna have to charge you the flat rate.
Whoa now, Beetlejuice. These bad jokes don't flatter you. Get it? Because the first syllable of flatter is flat? Do you get it?
Eat your baby food and you'll grow up big and strong like Frankenstein.
While on occasion the part of Dr. Frankenstein has been played by a buff zaddy, the toy you've provided as a frame of reference makes me think you actually mean Frankenstein's monster.
Did you feed those babies?
Feed them? I thought you just had to sit on them.
Beetlejuice is a ghost, not an alien from another planet. Even if babysitting as a term isn't in his lexicon, context clues should never have led him to the conclusion that anyone is going around sitting on babies.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
This time Beetlejuice doesn't even show up, and all we get is Mighty Morphin Madam Web.
Why can't you fly when there's sandworms around?
Well, they sort of do. It's not quite flying, but you know what? Denis Villeneuve has been appointed the new Messiah-fi, and those kind of questions have no business around here.
Why, Gurgle's baby goop, of course. I had the grocery store send some over.
You don't have money to buy Lydia an anniversary present, but you can afford grocery delivery? That math ain't mathin'.
Hey!
Kids. Everyone in the Neitherworld drives regular living cars instead of fun dead ones. One of my pet peeves is when a show names a store Peeves Pets, but none of the pets can be identified as manifestations of actual pet peeves. The extent of making these toys creepy is just adding eyes to them.
It's the worst baby destruction the Neitherworld has seen since the Great Pudding Wars.
You just wait until the pie crust strikes back. All I see here is Lydia stopping this baby from being awesome.
Me grow up.
Beetlejuice's words can either manifest things or change reality, but only when the plot deems it necessary.
Look, I got a problem. Maybe you can help me out. I got these friends I said I'd meet.
Thinking that repeating a line from the movie will somehow make your cartoon spin-off just as funny? Well, I'm here to tell you, bub, it did not.
Beetlejuice has long been a pimple on the nose of the Neitherworld.
Not considering that an abnormal growth in the Neither region may not be a pimple.
And who can forget Beetlemania?
Yet, unlike the incident with the mayor's underwear and the cootie invasion, no evidence exists that Beetlemania was ever a condition that anyone actually suffered.
If Beetlejuice is found guilty, he'll be thrown to the sandworms, and we'll never see him again.
I'd say that in episode 1 of your TV series, this is not a credible threat.
I object, Your Honor.
Lydia may not be a big-time city lawyer, but I've rewatched this rescue sequence 10 times now, and I can't tell what's supposed to be happening. Lydia calls the baby, it appears, the jury screams in shock, and somehow this lifts Beetlejuice from the sandworm pit. It was like a Deus Ex whatever they decided to animate in the sandworm is in grave danger, and the show refuses to acknowledge it.
Not to mention biodegradable, semi-inflatable.
Presenting these as qualities someone might look for in a partner. So, Beetlejuice just sweeps in like Superman to save babies now? I'm not saying they shouldn't have fun with the character in his own show, but in the movie, Beetlejuice was the villain, alongside Otho, of course. Go ahead and make him the hero, fine, but maybe we could keep some of the moral ambiguity that made the character interesting?
Surely such an honorable ghoul deserves another chance.
Thing Warner Brother told its investors shortly before raiding the corpse of a dead IP and announcing Beetlejuice somehow makes it into the episode.
A new pair of pants!
Creating objects that have no practical use to force your terrible puns. And yes, the sin here is still my jealousy.
Oh, I could kiss you. But I'll just give you a big hug.
Whoa, that'll get a wax out of your ears.
Doctors actually say you shouldn't even attempt to remove earwax so long as your ears are functioning properly, so here's a sin for trying to convince me that I need a cotton swab expense in my budget. And with how expensive Q-tips have gotten, nobody needs that.
You know, it came at great personal cost.
What happened to my skeleton curtains?
I told them they had to leave. They were too ugly to look at.
So come on, kid. Get on the ball.
What the f***? What the actual f***ing f***?
Lydia, me want present.
Dumb baby.
In other news, local resident SpongeBob SquarePants only has a few hours left to complete his essay, and yet he continues to goof off.
Tell me, old-timer, what started the Great Pudding Wars?
First of all, it's because I'm a Beatlemaniac.
If Beetlejuice is found guilty,
We cut off my and throw it at his head.
This disgusting creep is my best friend.
Yeah.
Did you two get it on?
I needed the money
To buy some drugs.